Hey friends, John here from Proverbs 27:9 Fragrances. And today we are going to be doing a full review of Eros Parfum. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and that you've got the notifications turned on. That way you're notified every time we upload this sweet smelling fragrance related content. All right, so Versace Eros is a fragrance that I do tend to like quite a bit. I've worn a lot of the EDT. Have had it for a long time, several bottles of it, as well as Versace Eros Flame. And I really like the DNA. Eros was kind of Versace's answer to La Male. It is a neo-fougere or a modern take on the classic fougere genre with an emphasis on lavender. The difference for Eros, much like La Male, the lavender, vanilla, tonka, but they have this mint and apple notes that kind of makes it a little bit different, sets it apart a little bit. So the Parfum is, I believe, the newest in the line. The Eau de Parfum, I got a sample of it and didn't like it as much as the EDT. What I really like about Versace Eros and the EDT is number one, it projects really well, it performs really well. It lasts a long time. It's loud. People can smell you. It smells great. It is youthful in the opening, I guess, to an extent. I have heard people talk about this being too youthful. To me, it is not nearly as youthful and as sweet as the Invictus line or the 1 Million line or even the newer La Male flankers. I've always gotten an old school vibe from Eros because it has a pretty good bit of powder in it, and you don't get that from most new fragrances. And it also has a nice mossy dry down. So I've always kind of thought Eros was a nice kind of all ages fragrance. You can wear it if you're young, you can wear it if you're older. Mass appealing, people's gonna like it. That's why I've always, made sure I kept a bottle around. The Parfum edition here that we're looking at today, this is much more round. They don't list oak moss in the notes. They do have patchouli in the base. They took out a lot of the woods and they added more resins and things of that nature. So the ambroxan is gone, the cedars are gone, the oak moss is gone, at least in the note breakdown. And you can definitely tell there's not as much of an emphasis on the oak moss. I've got the EDT on my right hand. I've got the extreme dry down and kind of a mid dry down on my left hand to kind of be able to compare them. Again, it's an amber fougere. This is a 21 release. Top notes: mint, lemon, black pepper, Litsi Kubeba, Elemi. Middle notes, you've got green apple, geranium, lavender, sage, pomerose, and the base, tonka, amber, vanilla, benzoin, and patchouli. So like I said, the classic DNA for Eros is kind of a citrusy top, real sweet tonka bean, a nice powdery lavender in the mid. It's that geranium lavender kind of combo. Kind of an ambroxany fizzy sparkle with a woody mossy base. And then also there's that mint and apple note that you get in the top. Now with the Parfum, again, they kind of took away the ambroxan and the cedar. It's not as sharp, it's more round, it's softer. Less projection than the EDT, but it does have good performance, good sillage. It's a little, if you're thinking of it in a pyramid, the Parfum pyramid's wider. It's a little beefier. Everything is a little more intense, or at least the things that are there, but it's done in a softer and rounder way with the benzoin replacing the ambroxan, the amber notes being kind of more beefed up, replacing the woods. Not as sharp with the moss kind of missing from the dry down. The powder is intensified in the Parfum. To me, it's more powdery. There's a little bit more of an herbal essence in the Parfum as opposed to the Eau de Toilette, coming from the sage, the Pomerose. I'm not sure what Litsi Cubeba is. I'll have to look that up. But overall, it's a beefier but yet more round and smoother version of the Eau de Toilette, and I really like it. I could see myself if I either found a great deal on it, or if my Eau de Toilette goes out and I could find a decent deal on the Parfum, I could see buying it as opposed to the Eau de Parfum that I didn't like as much. I really like the Parfum edition, like I said. I do think it's different enough that, I wish they made it in this little 50 ml bottle size. And as far as I can tell, the only thing the Parfum edition comes in is the 100 or the 200. I think it is, maybe 150, but the 100 and bigger bottle sizes. I really like the little 50 mLs in the Eros fragrances because again, they do perform well. You don't have to spray. If you know me, you know I'm a big sprayer. I'll put on 15 sprays of something. I don't really have to do that with Eros. 5 sprays of Eros and I'm good. So if it takes me 5 sprays, it may only take you 2 or 3 and you're good to go. So you don't have to have as big of a bottle, but again, for whatever reason, they only make the Parfum in the giant bottles. But I like it. I think it's a good release, and I'm sure if they haven't already come out with one, they've got an elixir on the way. That seems to be what everybody's doing. But I really like the Parfum. I think it is a nice change from the Eau de Toilette. Anyways, those are my thoughts on Versace Eros Parfum. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the Eros line. Which one is your favorite? What is your least favorite? And till we see you down the road, I say God bless. Frag on, Frag fam.